Hello everyone, welcome to today's reading. Today I'm doing a video on the person on your mind. This is a love reading. If you are thinking of someone, the topic is, do they miss you? Do they think about you? Is there some energy exchange going on? And any other messages related to this person that you need to hear right now. So, this is for those of you who have a person on your mind. There is a love or romantic interest. All right. So, that's going to be the video I'm posting. I will also do an extended will be what will the person like to say to you, there's channel messages to you and advice regarding this situation. So if you want a little advice, you want to know what they're actually wanting to say to you, you can watch the extended, especially if this reading resonates. The current reading that you're watching, if it resonates, you can watch the extended. If it doesn't resonate, you can skip the extended. I will leave a link along with the timestamps. We have the 3 pile options for you guys today. Pile number 1 is this card right here. It says impulse. We see a heart imagery. This just makes me think of Venus Mars energy and a little bit of Cancer also. This one we have for pile number 2, purpose. We see a watch. So this is connected with Saturn. Saturn is connected with time in general. So this is purpose, pile number 2. Pile number 3 is observe. We see a bed. Usually the bed imagery is connected with Pisces 12th house. All right. So I just like to give the astrological combinations also. Maybe it resonates with someone. Even if it doesn't, go based on your intuition. Pile number 1, 2, and 3. Whichever one calls to you, pick that one and watch your reading. All right. Hello, pile number 1. Interesting, you picked this card. I forgot to mention in the intro, but actually, this card belongs to the pile of cards for the extended reading. So, I'm just going to move it away. If you want to watch the extended, I will leave a link along with the timestamps. Let's start with the messages on hand, which is for, does the person miss you? So, this is the first card. We have number 5, tree. This is 7 of cups energy. I will pull a few cards, give you the message, and we'll go off of that. We have innovation. This is Jupiter in Aquarius. We have wedding. So let's start with these cards. What I'm picking up with these 2 cards specifically, it shows you were a person who was quite a big support for them. So they definitely miss your presence in their life. I'm picking up a little bit of earth energy. Earth is connected with something present, something material, like a actual person who's present in your life, resources, support, right? In the context of other elements, it would come out differently. For example, fire is coming out, that means person misses the spark. If water comes out, person misses the emotional connection. Air would be intuitive intellectual connection. With you, earth element is coming out strongly. It tells me you were someone they really relied upon. You were a source of strength for this person, and you were a big support system for them. And you were also lucky and like a blessing for them, and lucky in general. Like you being present in their life, their luck could have risen, or they felt they were doing better in life. Maybe you brought a little bit of luck towards them, and maybe their material prospects also improved. Maybe their creativity improved, so they made better, let's say, decisions in their work. Or you could have also helped them monetarily in some way, perhaps. But I do see a feeling of lack by your absence. So the person misses what you brought to them and what you meant, the role you played in their life. They definitely miss that. Wedding also tells me maybe it was a strong commitment, it was a significant connection. It was not something superficial or small, tiny, or like a short connection. This shows something significant, maybe something for the long term. Maybe they would have had some wedding plans also. Maybe they wanted to settle down with you or something like that. Or maybe you wanted to settle down, they didn't give you that commitment, which is why you could have walked away. You wanted something real. So commitment is somehow an important factor in this equation. Either you wanted commitment, they didn't give it to you, and maybe now they're thinking about, maybe I should have committed. Maybe I should have given what they wanted because I missed them. And maybe they feel like I've missed my chance, and this is the person worth investing in. This is the sort of partner you should have for long term. So, this could be describing your equation already, like a strong, significant connection, or your expectations, which could have led to the breakup or the separation that happened between the two of you. Now, interesting thing, Jupiter is repeating. Jupiter is here also. This is Jupiter in Aquarius. Now, wedding sort of energy is also, I always connected with ninth house Sagittarius energy, which is ruled by Jupiter. So, Jupiter is coming out almost 3 times in this reading. So this is significant. Maybe 333 is a sign. If you are constantly seeing 333 or some sort of an angel number that keeps repeating for you, I'm seeing number 4 and number 5 also on the dice. So maybe 444, 555. 5 is here also, maybe 1111. So that could be a sign for you. Because the numerology number of Jupiter is 3, that's why I'm mentioning 3 specifically. So that is a sign that person is thinking of you, person is missing you. And like I said earlier, luck, blessings, a person who brings you good luck, good energy, positivity, this is all Jupiter energy. So they are feeling lonely, they are feeling down. So positivity has left their life with you. Their luck has also gone down. Their happiness has gone down. They're not as fun, not fun, but joyful as they used to be in your presence. And money has also gone down for this person, I feel. There's been a change. We see the Ferris wheel, which speaks about circle of life, also kind of like wheel of fortune energy. So the fortune has taken a hit for sure once you've left. So they definitely miss you. They miss the life they had when you were around, for sure. And they're very conflicted about this. See, 10 of Swords is ending betrayal, heartbreak, or just finishing things off. So 10 of Swords, they constantly go back. Maybe I should put it in the front only. Let's keep the card here. So this card could be talking about the breakup. Maybe the fight that happened. And they constantly go over the ending. They feel like, oh, I should have said something different. I should have done things differently. And there's a lot of regret, I feel, a lot of anxiety. There's also this negative energy I'm picking up where they feel like, I do miss the person. I would want things to be better. I would want things to change. But I don't know if the person would be interested, because there's a lot of negative talk here. Negative self talk where person feels like, I've missed my boat. I've messed up. I've made a huge mistake. So there is a feeling of regret. There is a feeling of overthinking for sure. They're overthinking it. They're confused, over analyzing the situation also. Here also 7 of Cups energy, which is confusion. Person lacks clarity. They don't know what to think, what to say, how to approach this connection. If they're wanting to move on, they don't know how to do that. So they're very mentally, they're stuck in a difficult position. And they also could be feeling pinched. Let's say if you had a fight, you said certain things to this person, those, let's say if you taunted them or you said something negative about them, that could have really pinched them. And I feel like they are stuck on those words, the words that you said, and it's really affecting them, those words. Or they could be having regrets about whatever it is that they said to you. So there's a lot of regrets in terms of words, conversation, and the ending of the whole equation, because 10 of Swords is endings, betrayal, and also it's Swords energy. So Swords energy is connected with words, communication, conversation. So I think this is a big thing that they are constantly thinking about. And they have regrets over the endings. And there's also almost like a realization. After the ending happened, maybe they've had a change of heart. We also have this card, the Waker, awareness, reflection. So they have reflected on the past 100%. Let me show you. I just love doing that. The golden comes through. So reflection, obviously, they've been reflecting heavily on this connection, the ending also. and whatever it is that transpired, and awareness. They've become more self aware. They realize their mistakes, and they also realize your importance and how lucky they were to have you, how much you added to their life. So there's a lot of realizations happening on the person's part for sure. They've become aware. This is the waker. Person has woken up to your potential, to your future potential, and to their own mistakes. So they miss you, and there's a strong energy of regret in this particular pile. That's what I see for you. If you want to know more about this person, what would they say to you, you can watch the extended. I will leave the link. Please support the channel, and you can also book with me. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Pile number 2, I know this is the card you chose, purpose, with this clock, but I forgot to mention in the intro that this card actually belongs to the second pile, which is for the extended video. What the person would like to say to you. So I will keep it aside. I forgot to mention that. Let me pull out the cards for the reading we're doing right now. All right, I'll put out a few cards and I'll give you the message as we go along. This is for, does the person miss you? All right, take what resonates, ignore what doesn't. So we're starting out with ship. This is 10 of spades energy, which is 10 of swords. That came out in pile number 1. Interesting. We have number 3. And this card always gives me 9th house energy, Pisces energy. It's connected with travel. So the houses that are connected with travel and long distance travel. We have journey. Speaking of travel, we have journey. This is obviously reminds me of 9th house. This more so 12th house. Why? Because water is involved, which is Pisces. So Sagittarius, Pisces, both are ruled by Jupiter. Strong influence of Jupiter could be there. Maybe since Jupiter moved into Cancer is when you separated. Or maybe you really agreed on religion, philosophy, morals and stuff like that. Or you could be somewhere, maybe the synastry between the two charts, you and your person, Jupiter was a strong factor. Even if it's not true, this message is important for someone who's watching. So you can ignore it if it doesn't resonate. Speaking of Jupiter, one more card. Interesting. Jupiter in Libra. So 333 could be a sign for you. 777 could also be a sign for you. That's what I'm picking up. Now let's talk about the cards. Does the person miss you? I think they sense a distance from you. They do feel like maybe it's been a long time since you've talked. That's what I'm picking up. Because there's this strong distance energy. Maybe one person has also moved away or one person is traveling a lot. I got interrupted. I'm back now, but I also feel like it is an omen where maybe things didn't take off between the two of you. They could have been a false start where there was a lot of potential between the two of you, and you maybe some of you are picking this reading, watching this reading, and there's a person on your mind where maybe it wasn't a deep connection, but you still would like to know a little bit about them, what's going on with them. And maybe it was a ghosting situation. You didn't have a lot of clarity why things frizzled out or something like that. In that case, maybe you're watching this pile. No matter what the situation is, what I do pick up is distance. Like I said, a false start where things came in between, external things. This could also be a person who is more career focused, perhaps, or they chose their career over you, or some sort of career opportunity that they chose over their relationship, or they seem distracted, like they had other priorities in life. With Capricorn coming out, it's connected heavily with work, career, and a person who's slightly more serious. I see a lot of travel also that's involved. So travel can indicate here the person travels for work. They are not able to give time to you or the relationship. But the person could have been willing to negotiate. See, Jupiter is positive energy, a wise person who is willing to listen to the other side, and Libra is the relationship house. So they were willing to compromise and meet you halfway. For others, I feel like this could also be a person where they were willing to put in a little bit of effort, or they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Like they wanted the career, but they would also want you to compromise for them, sacrifice for them. So maybe they wanted that sacrifice from your side. or they couldn't prioritize their relationship. Relationship always came second. So that is one major theme I'm seeing here, where the person could have picked their career over relationship, or the person was not like halfway in, halfway out, and there was a false start. And maybe you didn't get the clarity, but they could have chosen their work over you, or some opportunity was there, they couldn't settle down, or it was their time to just focus on career, making money at this point of time, something like that. They find you very, very beautiful. We have the Empress card. Number 3, they find you very beautiful. Empress could here also indicate a person who's creative. So this could also indicate their work. They were in a place in their life where they were doing things, they were creating things. Maybe a creative project, their work, their business. Their creativity was peaking. They were getting ideas. They were very focused on work. Whether even if, let's say, they were not a creative person, they had a regular job. They were in that peak time of their career where they were just on it. They were in the flow state, and work came first. I do feel like the Empress could also here signify the person's energy. And for you, this shows they find you very, very beautiful. They were genuinely interested in you. Do they miss you? I think they feel like it was a missed opportunity. They could see you as the one that got away. But it was a conscious choice they made. They realize it. Maybe they also try to make it work, and they could still be willing to negotiate. See, they've not closed the door on this relationship. It's just their priorities are different. And what they feel for you, what they think about you is quite positive. It's not negative. It's just maybe the right time, right person, wrong time. That sort of a situation. Having different priorities and also being very practical in life. We have Capricorn, which is a earth sign. Earth is connected with resources, making money, material things. Whereas when we talk about relationships, it's more of a emotional thing. It's about feelings. Whereas this person is more logical and practical in general, right? So their priorities were different. I think, I don't know if they keep tabs on you, you're still in touch. I don't know why I did get that feeling. Possibly you could have a little bit of exchange every now and then, maybe a text or something. Maybe you follow each other on social media, or the conversation has dried up. Maybe earlier you were quite in touch and now you barely talk, or there has been like a unfollowing of each other, blocking or something like that, where there could be a lot of distance, maybe a lot of time has also passed. That's why you are the one that got away. Fate came in between. Look at this card. The fate, accepting help, guidance. So, guidance again takes me back to Jupiter, where they're willing to accept that they made a mistake. They're willing to compromise for you. And this is also the sort of person who can do really well with relationship advice in general. This is Kritika Nakshatra, by the way, which is where Moon gets exalted. Moon is connected with creation, creativity, giving birth to ideas or new things, projects, businesses. And Moon is also connected with travel. So, same message here repeating that I gave you earlier. Here we also see Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon coming out together. It's the imagery, by the way, obviously, because here we have Jupiter and Venus, but here we see Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon together is a soulmate combination. You could have also felt very strong soulmate energy with this person. Even if a lot of distance has passed, they could still have a favorable opinion towards you, or there could still be a desire, lingering desire to connect with you because they felt a genuine connection with you. However, there could be a long time that you have been in touch, or maybe you were in touch, you used to talk a lot more, engage a lot more, now you barely talk. However, if it's fated, the two of you are meant to be together, I feel like even no matter how much time passes, you could still reconnect, rekindle. There is an opportunity, or not opportunity, but if it's fated, if it's meant to be, you can totally have a fresh start. I'm picking that up. And the person could do well with relationship advice, like I said. That's what I feel. Person needs a little bit of guidance. Person also finds you quite intelligent, I feel. They could see you as a person who's helpful, grounded, intelligent, wise, the Empress. Beautiful. So, this is what I have for you. If this resonated, you want to know more, what would the person say to you? And a bit of advice from Spirit, you can watch the extended. I will leave a link along with the timestamps. Please support the channel. You can also book with me. I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3. This is the card you picked. Now, I forgot to mention this in the intro, but this card belongs to the pile of cards for the extended reading, which is what would they like to say to you. So, I will keep it aside. I've pulled out the cards for the current reading, the current portion, which is does the person miss you? I'll pull out a few cards, show you the cards, and give you the messages as we go along. So take the message as it resonates. If this reading resonates, you can watch the extended. All right, I hope I'm clear. So we have the stork. This is Queen of Cups energy number 17. So Queen of Cups coming out right off the bat, and the ocean signifies Pisces energy again. This talks about, some of you could have Mercury in Pisces, by the way, debilitated Mercury. So communication could have broken down between the two of you. That's one thing. But overall, they see you as the Queen of Cups. A person they have emotions for, a person they find beautiful, and emotions are definitely involved. So they do miss you. Pisces itself is the zodiac sign that we connect with loss, missing someone, isolation, loneliness. So they're missing their partner. They could have seen a partner in you with the Queen of Cups coming out, and cups and the Pisces imagery and everything. They feel like, I miss this person. I miss our emotional bond. I felt they feel like really understood them. And there could also be a feeling like perhaps you've moved on, like you found someone else. The stork makes me think perhaps they feel you found someone else, or maybe some of you even have gotten married, settled down, or found a relationship, maybe have kids, or you moved to a different city, or you've bought a home, or something significant could have happened in your life. Maybe they keep tabs on you. But this is what I'm picking up. Let's see more cards. We have love. So love is there. This is like Cupid energy. February could be important. Maybe there's a birthday, or you met in February, last spoke in February, something like that. What am I picking up here? See, even the love here, the Cupid striking could also indicate perhaps you could have found someone new in your life. So they could suspect you moved on. They still hold feelings for you. Person still likes you. We have appreciation. Moon in Leo. Number 5. 222, 555 could be a sign for you. They like you. Maybe, you know what I'm picking up for some of you, maybe they follow you on social media and they comment on your pictures. I don't know why I'm getting that. But it's like words of affirmation. Like they maybe leave comments, but they don't DM you, they don't talk to you, or there's not like a significant communication between the two of you. There's communication gaps, is what I'm picking up. Yeah, and they do feel like you moved on or something. Maybe you have not unfriended or unfollowed the person, or maybe you have, but you could be giving them the silent treatment. Maybe you don't talk to this person. So they could misread that and feel like you found someone else. I feel like your behavior towards this person has changed, which is making them come up with conclusions. And this is also the sort of person who never talks directly. Like they'll say indirect things. Even if they love you, there is a strong possibility if the person has strong feelings for you, they don't understand that or they don't realize that. There is a lack of awareness here. That's why they don't confess their feelings to you, or there's a strong sense of there's a strong fear of rejection. Because see, they suspect you moved on. So if they were to confess something, you would reject them. So why would they put themselves in a vulnerable state? So maybe there's some miscommunication, misinterpretations. Person could be holding back for one reason or another, or there is a lack of awareness on their part, but they do like you. That's for sure. We have this card, Sleeper, cause and effect, clarity. Now, this is very interesting. When I was pulling the cards, this card came out. I was surprised. Why? This came out in pile number 1. So this is like, these cards are obviously connected in this deck. There are not too many cards like this in this deck. So this came out for pile number 1, this came out for pile number 3. I feel like there's a connection between the two piles. So maybe you would like to watch pile number 1 also. And to me, it feels like a journey. Because see here, the eye is closed. It says the sleeper. The person is asleep or almost unaware of the potential of this connection. Maybe they don't realize your feelings for them. Maybe they don't realize their own feelings for you. There is a lack of clarity on the person's part. They're not understanding the cause and effect, how their actions have affected this connection, and how they do hold the ability to fix things, but they're not aware of that. So the person could be in this sleeper state. So this could represent almost like a journey, and this is the phase where we see the person who's not realized the potential of this connection. And then here, maybe pile number 1 could resonate for people where the person is woken up. We see the waker. They've become more, they've reflected, and now they're more aware of the situation. They've had realizations. So they moved on from being the sleeper to now the waker. So some of you could be going through like a whole journey. Some of you are in the stage of pile number 3, others could be in the stage of pile number 1 with your person. All right, so overall I feel like a lack of clarity and realization on the person's part. Maybe they do miss you, they don't realize it, or they wouldn't say it, something like that. They could see you as a friend also. Maybe they friend zoned you, or they feel like you have friend zoned them, so they will not come clean about their feelings. If they friend zoned you, if they rejected you, they could be having regrets over it, but they will not reach out to you again, or they will not, apologize, make things right, or anything like that. For example, they thought, okay, pile number 3 is interested in me. They felt flattered, but they didn't show you the interest, or they treated you like a friend. And now that you moved on, now they want you. So that sort of a situation could also be going on, because Gemini is connected with friends. Gemini can also represent twins or compatibility. See, that twin cards also came out. The cards sleeper and waker also kind of like twins. So this energy is repeating, and very immature energy also, because we have young energy here, we have young energy here. That's what I'm picking up. We also have the 6 of wands. This can indicate distance. There could be distance between the two of you, and maybe you moved on. We see the female riding on the bird and moving on. We had the bird here also. Maybe you were more willing to listen to them earlier. The bird was far away. Now it's almost as if the lady has sat on the bird and went away. I didn't realize even the dress are similar. Is it not? Like, it's almost as if it's the same person. And these are two different decks, obviously, but very interesting, right? Some of you could have Anuradha Nakshatra, by the way. It's just making me think of Anuradha. I don't know why. Libra, Scorpio energy is what I'm picking up here strongly. 6 of Wands. You could also be focusing more on yourself, self-love journey, and your career, finances, stuff like that. Maybe earlier you were at the beck and call of this person. Maybe you gave a lot to this person. You were generous with them. You were supportive. You were a good friend to them. You were like stuck together like twins. And now you're more independent, whereas they are missing your support. So that could also be a thing. And you seem to be doing better. It's like you somehow have leveled up. You've maybe had a glow up, or you're doing really well financially or career wise. There is some shift. There is some positive energy I'm picking up in your life, in your energy field. Whereas the person, they could be seeing your potential now. They could be feeling like, okay, maybe I should have gone with pile number 3. There's a lot of birds imagery here. We have the bird here, stork, birds here, love birds here, 2 birds, angel wings. Here we have the bird. We see the clouds also here. And then we see the butterfly wings here. So Mercury is very strong. I feel like there is some friend zoning or duality here. Duality shows person being in 2 minds. Are we friends? Are we more? Should I date this person, or should I keep my options open? That sort of energy. And young energy of Mercury also shows immaturity. So this is what I have for you. Person does miss you, but there's almost like this envy, jealousy that they're feeling, and person is quite immature, I feel. They miss the friendship also. They miss the spark that you brought to their life and your conversations together. And if you used to flirt, they could miss that also. They might even try to flirt with you to reel you back in. But anyway, this is what I have for you. I hope this resonated. If this did resonate, you can watch the extended for what would the person like to say to you and any advice from spirit. And you can also book with me if you're interested. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.